before I got into how everyone's been doing, I kind of wanted to start with a little March Madness since we mentioned it last time. So for those of you who don't know, we have like a little amongst a few friends, we have a little March Madness bracket going, and we all we all filled out the brackets. And Valero, you had those, you had Marquette going all the way.
Yeah,
So
I had Marquette and Wisconsin going. I was like, oh, I was like Marquette and Wisconsin are in it. I was just like, win, 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 win. Until eventually they met each other, and I had to pick between one of them, and then
yeah.
I picked Marquette. And then I had Marquette going all the way to the very end and winning the whole tournament, which I know, I like deep down, like I know that wasn't gonna happen. Like I know. But I was just thinking, how epic would it be if it did happen? And I picked them for my bracket. Like it was worth it. It was worth the chance of experiencing true epicness. But they didn't win.
Yeah,
It was
So
more it was more possible this year than any other year besides like when they had Dwayne Wade. That was probably the last time it was like a possibility.
yeah.
yeah, probably.
And you've been picking them every time.
Yep. I was like
Mhm.
every time I always pick
One of these years it's gonna win. If you just put
those
aside like
hometown heroes.
if you put aside $100 every year and like make that bet every year, one of these years you'll break even.
That's
One of
true,
these
right?
years you'll break even.
Like if I do all the crazy like weird bets, like they win by two, and the total score isn't over uh 200 points, and they have to be ahead like 80% of the time. Like all those things are the things you can like actually like bet on and like whatnot. And each of
Mhm.
them have like even more so odds. So like literally, yeah, you can get $100 or like spend like $200, but then like if you end up getting all of them, it'll be like 30x like your what you bet or whatever. But like also like it would be so hard to get all those details perfectly right.
Yeah, I would not know where to begin when it comes to betting for that exact reason. There's too many. It seems like there's too
you,
many strange variables to
you out
be.
here gambling, Valero?
No, I've never sports betted before, but uh one of my the guys I work with, uh he's like super big into it. He was at the wedding. Like I don't want to like dox him right here, but like yeah, like one of those guys. He's like super into it, so like he'll talk about it at work like sometimes, and I'll ask him about it too. Like, how does that work? Like, what are you doing? Like, how do you win stuff? And like, yeah. So he was explaining all that to me.
Ah, the over under.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
oh,
still don't get it, but
I'll take the over, whatever the fuck that means.
yeah, over under. Isn't that the? It's basically just like options trading.
Hmm.
Yeah, sports betting is options trading for sports.
Yeah,
Too many variables.
it's why it's like the most volatile
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because you're betting on like actual people.
Yeah, yep. Just like the stock market.
At least no, at least in the stock market, like those corporations at least have to have some kind of oversight.
That's
But
true.
you're just betting on some dude that he'll
Some
make a
college
three,
kid.
like yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Except they banned that. You can't make prop bets like on individual players, or they're trying to ban it.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably too easy to uh like throw a game or something. Like if you know people are betting, you can make a bet on yourself and just like don't
Mhm.
make the three and then you'll make money.
That and apparently the people in that world get pretty serious about it, and like they'll go to the game and like be antagonizing and taunting players and be like, "Bro, you better get seven tonight," because like they have like bets on it and shit. So
It's like, God damn it, I
uh,
spent $50,000 that he would get seven.
yeah,
He better get it. Let me go to the game and antagonize him until he
yeah,
does.
dude, can you imagine?
God damn.
You're in a bad spot if you're doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like what the hell?
yeah,
Oh
like you're at the
man.
free throw line, and someone's trying like, "Bitch, give me 20!" Like,
like if you really wanted me to get 20, how does this help?
No, it doesn't. Then you miss it, and he's like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah, he's like losing his mind, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah, that's that's interesting because we was talking to Guda the other day about shots and like in the game, and we were discussing kind of how like people will miss free throws like throughout the game, and which is an interesting it's an interesting thing in basketball. Like you would think because it's called a free throw that it should be the freest, but in the tournament, a lot of people were missing them, and
One of the
my
thing is like,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead, go
They like miss it with confidence too.
ahead.
Like they'll miss it and like they won't even feel bad about it. They'll just be like, "Yeah, that was supposed to happen." And I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, "Wait, was it supposed to happen?" Like,
so sad.
like yeah, yeah. Like they're slapping hands like, "Oh, all right, man.
That
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good try,
yeah,
man." It's
You
like, bro,
missed.
like this
You
is the
completely airballed.
easiest shot you got the whole game, and like you
it's
missed it,
I'm
and
telling
y'all
you.
like, "Yeah, bro." Like, yeah, good try. Like, good try.
Good
What
try,
do you
good
mean?
try.
I was watching a game and I heard one of the announcers say like if you're missing shots, like that's not your fault. Like that's not your problem. That's the coach's problem. Like he'll take you out. Like just keep playing. Like
Just
and
keep
that's
playing.
like exactly what you were saying. Like that is if you're missing shots, that is not your problem. That's what he said. I was like, oh, like
Yeah, I don't know if
okay,
I'd go
that's
that far, but
Bro, get out of here. That's madness. Like they're playing like too much what is it, like number ball, like nerd ball. They're like, yeah, you just gotta keep shooting, and then like by the numbers, like eventually it'll go in. It's like,
that's
yeah,
all.
but
That's
you
how a
look
lot
like
of it
shit on the
goes.
way there.
Yeah, but that's how a lot of it
yeah.
goes, honestly. Like that's
It's like okay, then throw it as hard as you fucking can at the backboard, and when it just completely air like whiffs or just like hits the board and bounces right off.
Like, I swear to God, I saw someone hit like the top of the
Yeah,
backboard.
yep. In the Marquette game, that happened. They
It's
were
like,
top of the
what the
backboard,
fuck happened?
and the ball almost got stuck behind the hoop. Like,
Yeah.
the worst shot ever. Like, I was like, okay, it's over. I'm pretty sure I turned off the TV at that point. I was like, yeah. So, I already know how this is gonna go.
yeah, man, it's tough out there.
Yeah, and then when that happened, the announcer's like, "That's not his problem. That's the coach's problem."
It's like, you see there, that's why they should fire the coach. It's like, what? Like they didn't ask him to go out and make the free throw. Maybe
Yeah,
they should. Maybe they should have a coach's free throw.
all right. A coach's free throw. Does this guy actually know what he's doing? Let's find out.
Yeah, honestly.
That would be weird.
Uh,
Like if the coach is like on the court like yelling and acting an ass, like and they get a technical, then they get a coach's free throw. And if they make it, they don't get a technical. But if they miss it, then they're thrown out of the game.
they
Like,
can reject it.
not only are you an asshole, but you don't know how to play basketball. Like you should not even be here. Like
No, because then you'd have the ones just complaining like the whole time, and then they could actually shoot free throws, and they just use that as a way to just berate the referees, like
yeah,
just absolutely
no,
harass
honestly,
them.
if
You're
if
like,
my
say something, bitch. I'm a 90% free throw
yeah,
shooter. Like,
if my
If you
coach was
miss
doing
once,
that,
then you're done.
yeah,
So
but if
those
you're
free
if you're
throws,
that
like,
guy,
might
you
be
just
fucking
don't
good.
miss.
If I was the rep and I really didn't hate him, the second he got done with another free throw and even looked at me, I'd be like another one, go again. And I
Yeah.
just keep doing it until he missed and got ejected.
Okay, well then you
And then
wouldn't
he
be.
was standing right next to his ear, yelling, pitch, pitch, pitch.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely would not be a referee from like more than one game. Bitch,
yeah,
bitch.
I was like
yeah.
a millimeter away from his face, like screaming directly into his like eyeballs, like while he shoots it.
Like all your best players are on. It's like, damn, I'm gonna have to carry the team tonight.
Oh, yes. Yeah, if he still won, like, yeah, that would. I'd be like, all right, I fire
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. So yeah, but to yeah, to go off like the free throw thing, Yeah, like they just miss, and you were saying like they still like dap each other up and stuff and say like yeah like good try. Yeah, they definitely do that, but I think they tell you they tell people like they tell the team to do that because it's supposed to be like keeping your spirits up because like it really is standing at the free throw line is the worst shot. Like it is the most fucking mentally taxing part of the of that game because everyone knows you're supposed to make this. Like if you were running up the court, you did some crazy move and then you did like a fadeaway, they're not gonna be like, oh, he's terrible if he misses this. But if you miss the one where no one's in your face and you're standing still and you have time to line it up, like holy shit, maybe you really aren't good. Like yeah, the implication is pretty crazy. Like you miss your free throw and then that gets in your head and you just clank them.
Yeah, it's like
So no one's good then. Everyone out there is just a poser.
No, there's some like 80+% free throw shooters.
But it's rare, which makes no sense to me.
Uh, I guess I don't know if it's rare. I don't know if it's rare or not. It could be.
Like they were talking about Zach Edey, and they were like,
Oh,
yeah,
and
it's very impressive that at 7 whatever, I'm like,
yeah, because the
really?
taller. No, that's true though. Because the taller you are, the harder it is to shoot free throws. Just like your body mechanics, it's just like you're just not
well,
quite
that's
set up
why I
for
suck so much.
that.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's why the whole time I was
See,
trying to
yeah,
tell you
for
guys.
full disclosure, I've never played like a game of basketball in my entire life. I've never
Yeah,
shot a
you
free throw,
have.
and
Yeah, you
I'm
have.
over here saying
surely,
like,
That's
surely
bullshit.
you played.
no,
Surely you've
never like a
Bro,
full,
unit in gym.
no,
no,
surely you've
never
shot a
like a
free throw
full
before.
like 4 quarters or two half like game of basketball. That's never happened.
But you shot a free throw before, right?
He's definitely done it.
Yeah, does
I've
horse count?
seen you do this.
Yeah, I was gonna
Horse
say.
starts at the free throw line. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
more times than not, I'll make it. Like,
You okay?
what's the, what, what's the game like where you shoot and then like if the person behind you gets it in before you do, then you get knocked out?
Yeah, horse.
That's
Oh
horse.
wait, no, that's not horse. If the person behind you gets it. Wait, what?
Like you stand in the line and then you shoot from the free throw line. If you get it, you go to the back of the line. But if you miss, then the person behind you comes up to the line. And if they make it before you run up and get your
Oh
rebound and like,
yeah.
Oh, I
then you
don't know
get
what that's
knocked out.
called.
I forget what that's called, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
yeah,
drill.
yeah. I think that is definitely an easy shot. I think it's a little bit more pressure when you have like a stadium of people watching you do it.
Yeah, since you wait, so how are you guys watching March Madness? Were you like somehow avoiding commercials, or you guys just gave in?
No, yeah, I watched commercials.
Yeah, I watch commercials.
Unfortunately,
Oh, so
it
you
was
guys,
brutal.
so you saw that free throw commercial, the Coke one, where the person's like standing at the free throw line and like the crowd
Oh
is like
yeah,
doing
yeah,
all this bullshit.
yeah.
I missed that one.
I've seen that.
I probably
If
wasn't
they're
paying
using like
attention
that,
to that.
I put a spell on you song. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but
No, I don't think I saw that one.
yeah. Ever since we had that conversation, John, when I see that commercial, I'm just laughing.
Yeah, cause see, that's what it's supposed to represent, I guess.
This guy came out from behind the curtain like on a unicycle, just like juggling. I'm like,
How did you get that stuff in there? Like what?
like I don't like it doesn't. Even, if I'm a basketball player, like why would that even matter to me? Like I know these things are gonna happen, and like all of a sudden you go like way out of your way to
it's
bring a unicycle clown. Like why? Like
it's
that's not even gonna register to me.
it's kind of like penalty kicks for soccer. Like it, you know you're supposed to. I feel like those are less frequent misses though. Like I feel like because the goal's so wide, like it's really hard to miss that. But i everyone knows you're supposed to make it. But if you miss it, it's like wow. And if you miss one or two, then it's just like it gets in your head.
Yeah, they should actually change that for soccer because it's so easy that the it's really like I'm not even sure whose skill are we testing here. Like you can't miss.
The
a fucking
keeper.
penalty shot.
You
And
can
even with the keeper,
though.
it's just like pure luck. Like,
You definitely can miss it.
Yeah, for
I've
sure.
seen some crazy misses.
Like that's kind of hard.
I
Like
know
those
it's a
people
are
little.
miss. I know
bad.
people miss them because in penalty shootouts, no one's that it's rarely perfect, even in the first like the first 5 shots they give them. They don't just make every single one in penalty shootouts. They usually
But
miss, or someone
but
usually
it
blocks it.
yeah, like it'll get blocked because it's like 50-50 kind of like on like if the goalkeeper
Well,
dives
then
in
if
the
it's
same
but
direction.
if it's 50-50 for them, it's 50-50 for you then.
Well, that's it's just 50-50 that he dies in the same direction. But then at that point, then like I could see that like maybe it'll go like a little out of his reach or he won't like see it or something. But like if you don't get the ball in the goal at all, the penalty shot is like 10 feet away from the goal. Like, how did you manage to not, if you whiff or like, if you like overshoot it, which I have seen, like it does technically happen, but like I
Yeah.
feel like there's nothing more embarrassing than that. Like, yeah, that would be so bad. But I feel like that goes to show you how easy it is to shoot a penalty shot in soccer. Like, you're just guaranteed basically you better get it. Like, I feel like yeah, they should change it. I like how it is in basketball. How like maybe like there's a good chance that someone good might still miss uh like a free throw.
They
Yeah.
shouldn't though. That's my opinion.
They should just never miss a free
I
throw.
think I think that you should get like 5 misses the same way you get like 4 or 5 fouls. If you miss 5 free throws, you're out of the game because obviously you can't play basketball.
yeah,
What?
yeah, that's why the announcer said it's not the player's problem because like if you're missing, you should have already been taken out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, like
That's
in
what he
a way,
was saying.
they're right. It's like if you have players out there that you know in your heart of hearts like can't make a free throw, like what are you even doing? So like as a coach, you're literally out there and you're like, God damn it, I really hope we make it through this. Like that is that good coaching? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's exactly what he was saying. He was saying that someone needs to do something about these guys missing all their free throws, like, but the coach isn't doing shit. Maybe that's exactly what he was saying.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe.
That would make
Yeah,
sense.
but again, I don't know. Never played a single second of organized basketball in my
Yeah.
entire life. So,
Yeah. As someone who is like played in just a small game, like a little league or at my school or whatever the fuck it was, yeah, it's a lot tougher than it looks.
The
you think
part
so?
that I'm still
Yeah.
bamboozled by is
Oh, what?
how people manage to not travel when they're running up for the goal. I swear, when I'm watching basketball, I'm like, that
Wait,
guy
what?
took more than 2 steps. Like, I swear to God, he took more than 2 steps. But
Nah,
they never
man.
make
the
out like
You
the
gotta
it's
come
not
for the
actually true.
gather.
Yeah, the steps start when they pick the ball up too. Like so like sometimes people who have fast dribbles or if they cut a corner, it might look like they took 3 or 4 steps, but like because of how they grab the ball and when, then it technically isn't a travel.
And who is counting this? Like, including the player himself. Like, he has like 40 hands in his face, like a goal to like be able to jump up and get enough height for, and to like actually make. How could he possibly be like keeping track of how many steps he's taking
I
and
for
exactly when he grabbed the ball? I'm just like, God, this is insane. Like for me, if I were playing
what?
basketball, you would just see me at like the 3 point line, and then like I would grab the ball and just like run up and take like 10 steps to the net, and then try and throw it in, and be
So
like,
you
no,
so you're
that's
saying
not
you can't dribble.
Yeah, essentially.
That's essentially what you're saying is you can't dribble.
like I can dribble like while standing, I can dribble while running, but like to stop and then like count how many steps I'm taking mid dribble,
I
and
don't
then
think
like
people who play
no, that's
basketball
not gonna
are
happen.
I don't think people who play basketball are counting. They just
Hmm.
kind of know by the feel of the game. Like if you've been playing it that long, like the 2 steps you get are automatic. You know once you pick the ball up that you have 2 steps. It's not even something you think about. Because if you pick
And
up the ball, you know you have to at least in 2 steps get from where you are if you're driving to the rim. So you already have to know. You already have to have measured it in your head.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and now think about all of that, and yet they walk up to the free throw line and still miss.
Yeah.
Like that's it's
It's
just
not.
stupid.
I feel like you're stuck on the difficulty of it, and you're like completely bypassing any mental aspect of it. You're just like it's not hard, so you should just be able to do it. Like yeah, well, of course that, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but you're like semi-professional. Like I'm looking at you to like see people overcome those odds and
Yeah,
like be the best of the best. And it seems like even the professionals, like
yeah.
this one thing, it's just too fucking hard.
But that's what I'm saying. That should tell you about the difficulty of it. The people who are even the professionals shoot at that level. It's not because they're just never practice free throws. It's because it's hard to do.
They're like, man, I can't do it. Just let me step back about 10 feet and then I'll launch that thing and make it every time.
Yeah, yeah, that's like you can do it from the 3-point line, like
Okay.
complete swish, no rim, no nothing, with
Yeah.
like
So
10
here's.
hands in your face, an
Yeah.
elbow in your nuts, and like people jumping all over you every time. But a free throw, like when it's closer, head on, and no one's bothering you. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Like,
no, this
That's.
is only for 1 point. I can't do it.
Okay.
There's no shine on this one. I can't do it.
like it's so easy, it's hard again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, just bring me that fundamental ball. Who is like the most lame, plain, white bread player in NBA history that just had
Steve
nothing
Novak.
but nah, he shot threes. That's a little bit too fancy.
Oh, I don't know.
He's not plain Jane white bread. So
Like
what's
literally
plain?
the only like points that this player ever makes are layups and free throws.
Oh my
So
god.
someone who would lose then.
Yeah. They pushed that kind of player out of the league a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
who would want
it's
that on their team?
because it's a numbers game. Like if you have, really, it's the fault of the Steph Currys of the world. Honestly, like he got into the league, he started just launching threes, and even at 40%, he's outscoring you. It doesn't matter how many two. Like you have to
It's
make
I mean,
6 twos to match his 4 threes for
it
every
makes
10
sense
shots.
though, because it's like, how the fuck are you gonna get like past Victor Wembanyama like in the paint? So it's like, okay, fuck twos. Like we have
Yeah.
to, we have to
So
just
great
shoot
three.
threes. Yeah, we have to shoot threes and get fouled and hope to God that someone's good enough to make their free throws.
Yeah. Hope to God one of us are.
Like holy shit, that's crazy. Like just truly baffling to me. Yeah, just teach your kids to make free throws, and in like 20 years, you'll all be good gajillionaires.
Oh man.
And Gouda will not think they're good enough, even in the NBA, because they'll be shooting like
No,
87% or something.
if you shoot more than 95% free throws, I'm like, holy shit, like
That's
That's
a
rare.
hundred
Yeah,
percent.
that's
you're
very
good at
rare.
basketball.
Yeah, that's very rare.
That's 100%. Like that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
that,
very
I
many
now
people are good at basketball.
so you think no one in the NBA is good at basketball? You realize how rare of what you're saying is? 95%?
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
What? Okay, I'm curious now. What percentage? Oh, who? Okay. What is the highest percentage?
Wait, is there any other reason you brought up March Madness or?
Yeah, there. It
Oh,
was
okay,
it was the free throw thing mainly
okay.
in the NBA. Maybe it is someone that's 97.
no way.
I said maybe. Best career free throw percentage is Steph Curry, and he's at 90.91%.
So only 90%.
I'm telling you, and he's the best
Yeah.
shooter the league has ever seen. Like he's not bad at basketball. Like yeah, this is just a hard thing to do. Like it's just hard.
Like trash.
Yeah,
Like
like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
guy who
kind of
launches
trash.
it from half court. Like
Yeah,
he's the guy who's
because
trash.
because he can't get any closer. He's like the closer he gets, the
Uh,
more he chokes.
uh,
No, Gudo's playing 2K. His
yeah.
scouts would come back with like the Steph Curry like dime piece, like youngin, and he'd be like, "Garbage. Go back and find another."
Yeah, Guda's team would just consist of fucking big men.
Man, yeah,
Big men
fuck
who
that.
shot free throws. That's it.
Show me fundamentals.
They would score every drive, like every fucking possession, but they would be beaten 115 to like 76 every game because they would never shoot any threes and they would just make free throws for twos because they would drive it to the basket.
Yeah, man, we're talking about careers. We're talking about longevity. We're talking about
Uh,
feeding families, generational wealth.
Yeah, putting food on the
I,
table.
ironically,
When
those
I was
players
with all that
don't
that
last at all. Those are the players that leave the NBA first because they just kept fucking driving to the net and getting bonked over the fucking head.
yeah, they're fine. You don't need that garbage sport anyways.
Yeah,
It gets you, it
the
gets
free
you money
throw
and run.
the free throw list sport. And
Yeah, let's just
90%,
take it back to
No,
where they
no,
used to wear those
honestly.
like padded helmets.
What? They wore helmets in basketball?
no, there's no way.
Wasn't
Is this
that
an
a
April
thing?
Fool's
Like
joke?
an '80s thing?
No, no.
Dude,
Actually, that like reminds me. Why exactly do they wear mouth guards in basketball?
Maybe in case they like make some hard contact with someone when they drive the ball. Players get like hit and like slapped, little ticky tack shit. So maybe they're just trying to protect their teeth if someone bops them in the mouth.
Hmm. Okay. Well. All right. Isn't that a foul?
Yeah. Yep.
Hmm. All right. There are so many
Oh,
fouls that
this
you have to
guy.
wear a mouth guard.
dude, this guy's
Yeah.
wearing a helmet.
This guy, Jose Calderon, he shot the best percentage of free throws in one season, 2008 2009. He shot 98.1%. Guru would say, Jose Calderon, you are a basketball legend. Congratulations.
How many minutes did he play though?
I don't know. He probably shot 4 of them or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the sample size is probably like
was
one,
on one.
like two.
Well,
Because
that would
then
be
it,
impossible,
yeah,
but
he
yeah.
needs to do at least like 20
And
for
no,
yeah, at least 20.
even more than that. It would probably like at least 70 or something like that.
Then holy shit, like that's great. Yeah, that dude, get
That's
him on
not
my
great.
team.
That's not big minutes, bro. That's crazy. 70 free throws? That's like
Yeah,
there's 82 games. That means you shot less than one free throw a game.
yeah. If we're having like the inaugural podcast invitational, and like I get to make my squad, like I'm gonna go get that guy. How old is he now?
Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't know. That was in 2008, 2009, so I don't know. He's probably in his 20s or 30s then, because that's usually the ages of the players in the
Are
NBA.
you sure? Are you sure this guy just wasn't wearing this because he had like a skull fracture or something? He's trying to protect himself. This is wild.
Yeah,
Like it really,
this is just one dude for sure.
this is a,
This is
this is an
not the whole
outrageous
team.
image.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, he was a trendsetter.
Nah, nah. No, 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 no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. But yeah, anyway, it was about how free throws are mentally taxing. I understand that Guda thinks that they should just fucking get their shit together and be a be a man and make those fucking free throws. But they're not good at
Yeah, I feel
basketball.
that way. Man, you want to talk about mental pressure? Come play tennis, bitch.
Oh
Then we'll
man.
talk.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think one set of tennis is way more mentally taxing than one quarter of basketball. I will die on that hill. Come debate me about it.
No, it's real. I feel like any 1v1 game is insanely intense. Like, there's no one to fall back on. Like, there's no rest, there's no break. It's just like, yeah, like, yeah, the purest form of like competition and battle.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I would take my odds in a basketball or a soccer, uh, football. I would take my odds in like one of those games way over if someone was like, play for your life in a tennis match, even though
Oh
that's like
my
my
god.
sport. That's my
Yeah.
sport. Like I know that shit, and I wouldn't
You
take my odds.
you think you think you have a better chance of winning against? Okay, so this is a good question. Which one do you think you have a better chance of winning though? You're saying your odds are better
Yeah, I think
in
I
a
have a way
basketball
better chance
against
on a
who?
team. It doesn't even matter. I think my chances are way better if I'm playing like for my life, and they say
Oh,
like
on
pick
a
whatever
team,
sport.
sure. On a team,
Yeah,
sure.
and they say pick any sport that you want, and if you win this game, then like we'll spare you. And they like run down the list. It's like, yeah, you can play basketball, baseball, football, tennis, golf.
But tennis has doubles, so like that could be team two. You would take a
It's not. It's like barely not even enough.
but
It
also
helps.
Yeah.
It does help, but it's like just
but you could
barely.
also just 1v1 in basketball.
Oof.
No, I'm talking
That's
about
brutal
like
too.
Yeah.
organized sport, like Olympic rules. There is no one-on-one in Olympics.
Oh, okay.
So you wouldn't pick boxing?
Fuck no, are you kidding me? You would do like you would risk it? Like
No, fuck no. Honestly, maybe, because then I'd be dead by the time I got out of the ring, anyways.
maybe they let you pick your opponent.
But actually, in that case, I would just do professional duel or like drawing of
Wait,
guns.
okay, wait.
That's not
I'm trying to
okay.
figure
It
out how
has
to
to be an
equalize for
Olympic
this.
sport. Like
No,
you
I'm
can
trying
look
to
down the
equalize for
Olympic
this.
sport roster
Okay,
and pick one.
instead of basketball with four other competent people, what if it was basketball where there's five of you? Would you still take your odds in the basketball game?
Five of myself?
Yes,
Yeah, for sure.
against like professionals.
No,
Okay,
that's not
so
the.
who's the
That's
opponent?
not.
Like, how are you deciding what your odds are? Like, how will you say you have a better chance in what sense? Like success on the team? Like, I don't understand. Like, how what is your better chance at?
Yeah, I think my chances are better the more people that are on the team with me. Like the more people
Well,
that you add, the
yeah,
better my chances get.
sure. So you have the best chance on a soccer team then.
Well, no,
Or a football team.
I feel like the best way to frame it would be like if the best, whatever the best sports player or sports team or whatever, like you have to play against them and win a match. And you can pick whatever sport, but like you said, John, everyone on the team is the exact same skill level
Yeah,
as you
exactly.
yourself.
Yeah,
You're
that's
so fucked no matter what, but you do have a better chance on the team at least.
Yeah, I would feel
At
better
least.
mentally going down in a group than like just going down solely on my own self. Like where it's like,
I
ooh,
think given what you know about tennis, you have a better chance
yeah,
of getting semi close in a tennis game than you ever do in a basketball game. Of all use, no chance. You have no chance against any NBA team. There's just no chance.
Damn. You
I
don't
mean,
think I
you have
can make
no
my free
chance
throws?
either way.
No. You would never see a free throw like that. That's the crazy part of it. You would just like that's the crazy. Oh yeah, it would be. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It
there's
would
nothing
be
you can
like
do.
UConn against Tennessee in the second quarter, in the second half. Bro, like
Yeah.
30-0. Like,
30
oh,
to
I,
0.
I watched the whole thing and I was just
Damn.
like I was
Wait, that
like struggling.
happened?
Like, is this like is everyone seeing what I'm seeing?
They
Is like
never
something
scored?
wrong? No.
Damn.
Yeah, they came
Oh,
back from the half and they got
Yeah.
completely murdered.
no.
Just
No,
just
still?
raped right there on the court.
Oh my
Like
god.
Oh.
P Diddy came out and he was like, "Oh, it's my time now," and he just did his work right there in the middle of the court. Like, oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just
Wow.
drop 30 on them. And they were trying. They were legitimately trying. I've never seen something so
Ooh.
demoralizing in my entire life.
Oh
They
man.
might as well have just like they needed a mercy rule. That's what I was thinking. I was like, can you do this? Like, can you
Like this isn't right. Someone step in and do
Yeah,
something.
it didn't seem right, honestly.
Like
Because
make them
usually, like
stop.
someone, like usually, like a foul or something, like something happens. Yeah, it
Damn.
was ridiculous. Were you watching that, John?
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the second half
Oh,
route. I came in like a little bit of the way through, but then when I realized that it was just the end, I just turned it off. It's like, okay.
yeah. If you're a person listening to this right now that is a fan of quality sports, no matter like what sport it is, like if you just want to see something like truly outrageous and legendary, go and watch like the first 10 minutes of the second half of the Yukon versus who are they even playing? They got beat so
Il-
bad, like I don't even
Illinois.
know who they are anymore. Yeah, Illinois. I think I said Tennessee. It wasn't Tennessee. Illinois.
Illinois.
Like
No,
holy
Tennessee beat
shit,
beat Creighton. I think Tennessee lost to somebody else.
they lost to Purdue.
Purdue, yeah.
It was close though.
It says they got it's 52-77. It's not bad.
What game?
What? You
What
think
game?
that's not bad?
Wait, what game?
I mean, like you said, 0-30. Like
What game is
No,
that?
I'm saying
Illinois
Illinois
versus
to UConn.
UConn.
No, I'm
But
saying that they came back from the half, right? And they went on to score 30 straight points without any
oh.
like retaliation, no like there was no like it was just a brutality. I don't think you understand. Like go watch yeah, go watch like the first 15 minutes of the second half of UConn versus Illinois.
Okay, no, I see what you're talking about. I clicked on the highlights reel and I just like skipped through the video till I saw it was just the beginning of the second half, and then like uh, UConn has, oh, Illinois has 23 points, and they just stayed at 23. And I'm skipping through the whole thing. And it's like now they're up to 50. Like,
It
like
never
okay.
it never goes up.
At the beginning of the second half, it looks like it was 23-23. So it was like a neck and neck game. As I'm skipping through 23-28, 23-35, 23-41, 48, 53. Like, holy shit, what's
Yeah,
happening? Like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, so
yeah.
It was
that means from the 20 the from the first point that UConn scored because they scored 28 in the first half. If you plus that plus 30, they went from 28 to 58 and and Illinois was still at 23. And
mhm.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, and they eventually scored some points after
They
that,
couldn't,
but
yeah,
not
they
No,
before they
it
got
eventually
was
did.
ran over.
when
It's
they
like
scored those
a
points, now they
mercy
were just
rule.
playing for dignity. They were not playing for the win anymore. And
Yeah, no.
everyone,
Mhm.
everyone that was watching that game in the arena and on TV knew it. Can you imagine,
Yep.
like,
Yeah,
having
UConn
gotten that
power
far?
back into Final Four behind a 30-0 run and
Oh,
77-52 route of Illinois. A 30-0 run.
like up until that point, people were like, "Man, Illinois has a chance." Like going into the game, like the analysts were like, like this might be the one for UConn. Like they might run into some trouble, and then
They
you
scored
come back
30.
from the half, and they just completely humiliate you, 30-0.
God
Like
damn.
you are not like a contender. Like now you're a joke forever.
Yeah.
And in the annals of history, you are the team that got embarrassed like that. I don't know how you recover, honestly.
Yeah, they all have to quit school after this.
No, they just won't get any NBA offers. They like you're not the team that we draft from, probably.
Damn.
Hey, but if you make all your free throws, you can sign for sure.
Nah.
You'll at least get poached by another school.
That's true. And that's actually worth
Not
something now. You can
not
make
if you
money on
were
that shit.
not if you were that senior. If that was your last game in college,
Oh yeah, like that's bad news.
I mean,
just
can't you just like take more credits somewhere? Like, okay, well, I signed
yeah,
up for a
but
class over
Yeah.
at
but
like
if you like could
whatever.
graduate, what's the point? You might as well just like you might as well just go start a career in whatever you got a degree in if
You
you
could
got
be
one.
What? And be like what? A fucking middle manager at best, and like not even. Or I could be an NBA All Star.
No, it's not that
or
easy
just
to
like
become an
college
NBA
players?
all star. If you're on an NC if you're on a if you're on a team that's on the NCAA like in the tournament, there's definitely like half of those kids that are in the tournament, they're not getting to the NBA. Like not even close.
Oh, poor kids.
So like you're
It's
That's
not
so
gonna
everything I've ever dreamed of.
what?
Like, what are they gonna do now? Like,
I think
they've
some
been
of
like,
well, that's what I'm saying. I think some of those guys know that they're not getting NBA offers. Like they are in school for something. They also just happen to play basketball. Like so like yeah, it's not. They know it's not a career. They know that college is like the best they were gonna get.
do you think for some of those guys, the basketball thing was like a side thing for them?
Yeah, for sure. Schools like what's the guy? Not Grambling. There's a guy who in the first round he made like 10 of 23s. Like, so
Oh,
everyone was he was saying like we don't have guys on our team. He actually said it in an interview. We don't have guys on our team who are getting NBA offers. Now, granted, because he made 10 of 20, somebody might pick him up for a low contract. I don't know, but like yeah, his team. The majority of those guys are not getting NBA deals. And yes, basketball is definitely like something they enjoy, but they know it's not going to be their long-term career.
that's crazy. So March Madness isn't like that popular.
no, it's
Like, it,
Oh, it is. It's super
I
popular.
think I think March Madness is like the best basketball that you can see, even better than the NBA, because like they're playing like just like for the pure like
like they
love and
want to
like
win.
integrity of winning. Like they're not playing for like money or like likes and views or like now it's started that's is like starting to leak into the game, but like pretty much up until this year, like those kids are they're just playing like on pure heart and motivation, and that's why it's like it's so exciting to watch. Whereas I feel like in the NBA, like it doesn't become anything until like the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's way slower. I've noticed. Like, yeah, people are not trying as
Well,
much. Like everyone's walking.
there's more time.
Hmm.
This is
Go.
a whole 8 more minutes in the NBA.
They're like, I'm already a billionaire. I'm not running anywhere.
Yeah, like no one. Yeah, I feel like they don't really. I don't know. Like they can say that, yeah, I want to win like a championship. I need to get the ring, but like somehow I just don't believe it. Like I feel like at the end of the day, I don't think they actually like feel bad if they never win the championship in the NBA. But I feel like the college kids, if they like miss winning the national championship, like that haunts them for the rest of their life.
Yeah, yeah. It's like there's more at stake for them. Like this could
Yeah.
be either
I don't think
basketball
that's
could be their
true.
main thing for the rest of their life, or they're gonna have to like just go get a regular job, and like that's it.
I don't think that's true. I don't know if there's more at stake. Like I don't like even if you win, like if you win the NCAA tournament, like like you said, you're playing for pride. If you're not a kid who's gonna go to the NBA anyway, so yeah, I don't know if they have more at stake than than like NBA players. I just think NBA players, yeah, they're just well compensated. So even if they lose and they really don't, because I do think there's guys who really do want to win, but I don't think they're gonna take it as hard like in front of everyone else because like what would be the point of that? Like they could just they're already like pretty exposed as it is. So I don't know. I can't see a guy just being like angry or like yelling or some shit, which does happen. But anytime that does happen, they usually label them like deranged or crazy or like taking it too seriously. So I think that it does happen. It's just not. It's because everyone's media trained now. Like that's part of the job. So I,
No, I don't think so. I think the college kids are playing like there's no tomorrow because there actually is no tomorrow, and the NBA players like sure maybe like near the end of the season like oh I hope like let's try and get this, but at the end of the day it's like oh well next season or I'll get traded or like fuck it like it doesn't really like there's yeah I don't know
Yeah, I feel
I
like if
I
you're
could be
a
wrong.
college senior
I
on your
feel like
last year and you're making it super far in the tournament, like you will risk breaking both of your legs in a game.
Yeah.
But if you're an NBA player at any level, like you'll just be like, nah, I'll just do it. I'm not gonna break both my legs to make that. I'll just like not, and then like we'll try again next year. I feel like there is that sentiment. Like
No,
And let's be
Yeah,
like,
I disagree.
and yes, you're
they're
like the
literally.
worst team ever, and like this is your first time and first chance in like the whole entire career of your whole team that you make it. Then like maybe I would see that they would try hard. But if you're already it's like an established team, it's like, we've won so many, who cares?
Yeah,
No, why?
I do not think that's that's normal in the NBA. Uh,
That's definitely not what it feels like to me when I've watched full
we
games of both leagues recently, like back to back, and I can tell you that watching the college game was way more exciting and engaging than the NBA.
uh,
And I could tell that the players were equally more engaged and willing to play than the players in the NBA. And this was before March Madness. Like this is just regular season shit.
okay. Yeah, I just disagree. From the games that I've seen in the NBA, I think they're just as exciting. I just think the game is just looks different. But the part of the game, yeah, speed is probably different. But I think like also yeah, like the players are different. Like you mentioned, the the money of it. Like you're when you sign contracts with like basically organizations that you join, you're gonna be more cautious of your body. Like I think that kind of makes sense. Like because they're paying you a substantial amount of money, and like you do. That's another reason that I think they're careful because they do care. They want to be available like at the end of the season. So that's the other thing. Like the of course I would assume the game would be slower because the college kids like their season's only like 35 games. The NBA's season is 82 games plus the playoffs. Like, yeah, like I would be slower too if I'm playing
Yeah,
all
there's
more
like
than double the
whatever.
games. Like, why would I like
Well, so
hammer
he's
my
right then.
body?
Yeah, I
No,
know all those things are true,
no,
but I'm just saying
no.
that
I'm saying the
college is
game
way
is
more exciting for those very points.
yeah. For I understand that's the way it is for you. I'm saying that I disagree because I think the game is just different.
But would you say that they are trying harder in the college games than they are in the NBA games?
I would not say trying harder. I just think the NBA game is more about offense than it is about defense because of the way the rules are set up. Like everything is a foul in the NBA. So like that's part of the reason that the way people look, especially on defense in the NBA, they just look lazy because they know if they get anywhere close to the person, they're going to be fouled and they're going to have to give up free throws. And even if they don't really make a lot of them, even a few of them are going to hurt you. So yeah, it's definitely like I don't think it's a like a trying thing. I think the players have just adapted to the way the rules are. Like they protect offense because offense sells tickets because the NBA is a business. The NBA likes the threes. They like the things that make the crowd go wild. So they're protecting offensive players as much as they can. The same way the NFL protects the quarterback.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the only way it's exciting is if people are scoring because no one tries. Unlike in college
Right?
where everyone's trying all the time, no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think they're not trying. I think they're just trying at something different. They're just trying to score. The focus is offense. I don't think that that means it's not exciting. It's just a different type of game.
No, man. You heard it here first. He said he watched both games and one's more exciting. How could you dispute that?
Yeah, I mean, if that's how you feel about it, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I have nothing else to say. Like I laid out
Yeah,
like my entire thing, so
yeah, yeah. We just
agree to
disagree.
No,
We
disagree.
that's
just
good.
yeah, we just disagree.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But
Uh,
I totally won that bracket by the way, if everyone
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
was wondering
you
I was
killed it.
listening. Let me get my shine. My shine. My shine.
Just shine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was gonna be the last thing I mentioned about that was that basically all of our as of the last few games, as of the Sweet 16, everyone who participated, all of their champions are out with the exception of Gouda. So we lost. And congratulations, Gouda. Your team is too powerful, and so is their
Just
coach.
shine. Yeah, yep.
But yeah, I only say that to say like the only reason I did so well is because like I'm saying like I took the time to watch the regular season and I watched so much of it that yeah, I think I mentioned like the couple weeks leading up to this. I'm like, oh yeah, basketball is like actually like kind of exciting. It's like kind of cool. So it's like naturally, it's like, all right, let me see what the professional like sport it's like, and I was like, this is not as good.
Yeah, some people just prefer that like the college game, honestly.
Hmm.
Because it does resemble more closely like the old school, like an older style of basketball. Like it's much more 90s style. It's playing on both ends of the field, settling for the two where it makes sense, and yeah, it's like zone defense. Like zone defense in the NBA is like,
Yeah, it's dirty. It's in the
yeah, it's
ditches.
very it's just different. Like it's just a different type of, yeah, it's the like
It's like
that
technicality,
grimy
technicality,
worker. Yeah,
technicality.
it's like that worker bee in the sand, or like fucking in the hive, like I'm gonna make this happen, nitty gritty type of basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
just
like I feel it's like when I watch college, it's like I'm watching NBA Jam, but when I watch NBA, it's like I'm watching not even 2K, like some kind of like really shitty like try like something that's trying to be like a pure basketball sim and like everyone moves like they're stuck in mud. You know what I'm talking about?
like
I can't say I do.
like the Russian like like It'sBA
Yeah. Yeah.
two 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 ruples.
Right, yeah. Something like
Yeah,
that.
basically.
Yeah, it's just not dynamic enough for me. But yeah, again, like that's just a personal preference, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, so much madness.
So much madness. When does it end?
Pretty soon.
Yeah, probably pretty soon.
Is it
And then
next
that
weekend? Probably.
maybe
Or I mean, like this upcoming weekend, because it's what, Monday? It's gotta be. I'm assuming
yeah.
so.
Like Final Four is gonna happen like at least within the week, but then I don't know when the final is.
I feel like that would make sense. I can't imagine them making it go any longer.
With the 18th? No, it couldn't be that long. I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, congratulations, Guda. Um, I'll I'll watch more college basketball next time, I guess. I really don't watch college basketball much outside of March Madness.
Yeah, I never watched basketball outside of March Madness, I guess. Well, except like I watched when the Bucks were doing super good. That was fun.
National
Good
champ.
times.
Yeah, national championship, April 8th. Okay. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
the the
Okay.
other the other thing I was gonna ask you guys is like, something I was thinking about earlier was like clean, like, I don't know, Danielle and I are talking about cleaning, and like what we think is a reasonable amount of like, I don't want to call it filth, but like dirt, like to be okay with in your house. So so I was thinking like maybe I'll ask you all, like, is there a level of acceptable dirt in your house that you're okay with, and like what is that, and maybe how often you feel like things have to be cleaned?
I feel
Mm.
like once you could probably like bury a seed, that's probably too much.
A seed?
Yeah, cover it
Right.
with dirt.
When you have dirt in
Like you
your,
just have soil on your
yeah, why do you have
floors.
soil in your,
Yeah, that's about when I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should do something.
Like how did dirt even get in your
yeah, what?
like that? Damn. Like okay. Like that would take years, like years and years of accumulation.
No, I feel like I don't know, yeah, level of dirt. what the acceptable amount is whatever you have time to do to take care of. Anything else, it just is what it is, I guess.
Are you guys like doing spring cleaning or something? Is that a
No,
thing over there?
no, we're not doing that. we're
No.
we're just talking about it.
It's like no, 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 no. Of course, we're not doing that.
I think it all depends on like how Valera said, like your availability, energy level, how many other people like you live with. Because I would imagine it's a lot harder to keep everything clean in like either of your households where there's like kids and pets and all that stuff going on, and you need to focus on other things. Whereas I'm living by myself, so I have more time to focus on those things. I don't have a pet. I don't like the things I have to take care of is things being like clean and orderly instead of more important things like parenting and making sure my pets aren't dead. So, so yeah. Um, I would say my threshold is a lot lower for because of those reasons. Like the things I care about are paying my bills and keeping my place clean, and that's kind of where it, and my family. But yeah, so I don't know if that answers your question.
What
Yeah,
amount of level of dirt is acceptable? Yeah, it
Like I
depends
would
how
say
busy
not
you
very
are.
much because like yeah, I hold myself a lot more accountable for the reasons that I laid out.
Yeah, yeah. So it depends how yeah, how much time you have and how accountable you hold yourself given that time.
okay, is that just an ever-changing thing for you, where you don't have an idea of like how much time you have? Like, because I'm asking for you all personally, what that level is.
Yeah, so right now, yeah, I would say about like if you can plant a seed and start watering it and it would grow, that's about the level where I cut it off. That's how busy I am. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, like basically though, like I don't know, like how messy do I? I don't know. Sometimes it gets really, really, really fucking messy, and that's the end of the story.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like, do I like it that way? No, but like,
In order for you to like keep moving, like you just have like you have to make choices, right?
right, yeah, either I
Yeah.
can spend my time like trying to take care of this mess, or I could like do something that makes me happy, like for the last 2 seconds of my day. So it's like, right, yeah. But if I had more time and I lived by myself, then like, and I would keep it cleaner back then, especially like the common areas of the house. I feel like my personal areas are always kind of like messy though and cluttered. Like I don't like things on the floor so much, but as far as like my surface spaces, I always just keep those very like cluttered.
What about you, John?
Yeah, I think like in common areas, I'm okay with there being a little bit of dirt or grime just because we have, yeah, dogs walking through here a lot. So I don't think it's ever gonna be like a time where like my house is spotless. Like at least for the next until the dogs pass at least. But yeah, other than that, yeah, we're just there's shit laying around all, at some point somewhere all the time. I think so. Like, but most of the time I just want to keep things like straight, like somewhat tidy where I can find it. If there's grime, like actual grime, then yeah, I probably would clean it. But just a little bit of dirt or like a stain here or there, or like dog hair, which I feel like is everywhere on us all the time. Yeah, that doesn't really bother me anymore. Or it really never bothered me, honestly.
So was it just like a random conversation that came up? Like you guys weren't sitting there feeling badly, like, oh, we don't keep our place clean enough, or
No, no. We were just talking about
because,
like what
well,
what we think's acceptable.
because like I've never once walked in either of your households in all the years I've known you and been like, holy shit, this place is a dump. Like never. Like you,
Well, that's with
you're both
other
like
that's with other people around me though.
normal, like clean, like people, like just like within the realm of like what is reasonable.
Yeah, but we clean up when people come over here,
Like
so that's different.
remember when we first saw 1036 before we even moved in?
Yeah,
You remember how fucked up they kept that place?
yeah.
Like that is just like now that is holy shit. Like how are you even like I don't understand how you could wake up and like feel good about your life if it was that like it like you could like how you're saying like you could have planted a seed there.
Oh,
That's how filthy it was.
like if you would have tossed a seed on the ground and like kept
Mhm.
watering it, it might have started growing.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Oh,
I think some of the rooms definitely had like floor mushrooms and stuff like
oh
that.
my god, floor mushrooms? No, that can't be real. Oh,
You've never seen that?
I think I've seen it on like the internet, but like, oh god, to think that you've seen something so close to real life, terrible.
Yeah, that's too far.
Floor
Yeah,
mushrooms?
that yeah, that's where I draw the line. Floor mushrooms.
Oh yeah, the longer
You
you're in
you shouldn't
space
even
on
be
the
living
ground,
there. Like your
yeah,
home is probably killing you. Like the longer that you're living there.
yeah, yep, literally. Oh man.
Floor mushrooms. That's definitely happened to like in our old house before, in our basement.
Hmm.
We had to
Ew.
like it like flooded, so like yeah, there was just like moisture moisture there.
Hmm.
Were there mushrooms?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a physical like it wasn't one of the ones where like it's got like a top. It doesn't look like the top of Toad's head or anything. It's just like it's like one that grows just straight from the moisture, but it goes like kind of straight up. I don't know how to
But
explain
it
it.
is a mushroom? Ugh.
Or it looked like one. Yeah, it looked like one to me.
Like it's a physical structure that's growing out of this thing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's enough for
Yeah,
me to be like, oh.
yeah. So that's enough for you to take care of it, or to just
That's
vacate
enough
the
for me to
premises.
burn my house down.
To burn your house. So if your house ever floods, you're just gonna burn it down.
If it floods and floor mushrooms come out, yeah.
You're gonna burn the whole house instead of just like getting the mold removed.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm like, this seems economical. And just light the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, surely home insurance would pay for this, right?
Oof.
Not anymore. But no, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't really do that. But
No.
like,
But yeah, also,
no, no, I would. Never mind. I would do it.
no, you wouldn't.
That's so nasty.
No, you wouldn't.
Floor mushrooms? Oh, hell no.
I mean,
Oh,
you're getting free
hell
food at
no.
least, I guess.
Yeah. Oh,
do,
yeah.
do y'all do y'all think that everyone who has mold in the house they just move, like that's what happens, they just burn their houses?
No, if they have, obviously you would just like sit there and take it because like they got that
What?
bad to begin with. So like, why would
No,
they
you
move?
just call someone, like they can remove it, they can take care of it.
Okay, if you're gonna
Well, it
call
costs
someone,
money.
then you probably don't have like mold in your house for very long then.
Right,
But
yeah.
if you have it in there long enough to be growing on the second story, like 1036 was, where there was damn well no floods up there. Oh,
No, dude, they definitely probably spilled stuff and just didn't clean it enough. Cause like
so they're
Yeah.
if something
constantly
is on the
vomiting off
carpet,
the side of their bed, like into a pile of clothes that's been
and
sitting there for like months and months and months,
yeah, and if
and
that
then
happened early
turns
enough,
into
that would make sense. Cause like, and if we spilled shit, like I don't know if we had stayed there a whole another year if we wouldn't have had floor mushrooms too. Honestly, like
oh,
the amount of things that happened on that
oh.
floor while we were there, like, are you kidding? Dude, that's floor
Yeah,
mushroom
that
city.
carpet needed to be changed like
Yeah,
at
it had
least
to be
once a year.
removed. Yeah,
Hmm.
It had to be changed
yeah.
every year,
Hmm.
like period. Like it doesn't matter what happens, that carpet needs to be changed. Oh, brutal.
But yeah, I would just say, generally speaking, my threshold for cleanliness is very low. Like like it affects um my mood if things are not clean enough. But I do think if I were to be a more encumbered person, I would care less.
Makes sense.
I'm so encumbered.
Yeah. I also feel like
Yeah, you are
I
encumbered.
keep. Yeah, you're encumbered. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like it's like that. Like once you're like an actual adult, like things just happen. It's like you wake up and you just feel heavy. Maybe that's
Yeah,
just me. I don't know.
no, no, that's accurate. I'm
Eh,
cucumbered.
I feel heavy, but because of direct things, the things I chose, like not just because I'm old. Because like if I chose, I could have chose different things and probably been less heavy for sure.
Hmm.
So sometimes it is heavy, but I don't I don't necessarily think of it as a bad thing. It's just sometimes it's just the weight of responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, wait, it doesn't have to be bad. Like that's how you get stronger.
Strong.
Can't just keep pumping that bar. I'm just gonna pump till failure every day.
Pump. Pump, 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 pump. Yeah. I also feel like I keep areas that are like just mine much cleaner than areas that I share with other people, like or any other living thing, honestly. Because even this room, it, like it's things are generally all findable because I really don't have anything in here other than this desk. But yeah, I would definitely keep this room even cleaner or even like decorate it if Desi's like water and food and stuff wasn't in here.
Yeah, doesn't like a living thing like literally defecate in that room?
Yeah, like there's a
uh,
box and everything.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah, yeah. At that point, just like
yeah, so what is it like the garage, like your workout space? Is that like your true like only like no one else is touching it besides you, or even that is?
no, because now we park in the garage too.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, in the garage, honestly, like yeah, outdoor spaces, unless it's a car, like yeah, you can have that. I don't clean that place at all, really.
So you have nothing. Not to say that you have nothing, like you're
Like
willingly giving
no individual space.
things up like
Yes.
and like are okay with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Like,
say I have a place, a spot that's just mine. No. Yeah, and I'm less inclined to keep those areas because just people are just gonna run through those areas. Like it kind of just is what it is.
yeah. Yeah, if I had a dog, I wouldn't give two shits. It's like, yeah. Like you see I have a dog, so so unless I like either follow my dog everywhere it goes or get a robot that will follow my dog everywhere it goes, like how can you expect everything to be spick and span like all the time? It's not realistic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we were talking about that. I think because we were talking about like people who have like Instagram type houses, or like that's a big deal to them to have all these things like cleaned all the time. And I just feel like, well, why even bother living there at that point? Like you basically can't sit down. Like there would be no point.
Right.
I'll leave for pictures.
Like, yeah. What if Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, he's so still.
Just
Yeah. I'm like, that's kind of wild. Um, yeah. So, uh,
well, yeah. I think we're just gonna end it there. Like I think that's a good
really?
place to stop.
How long has it been?
An hour 8 minutes.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that
just for
is that
full
okay?
context, we lost Bolero, so yeah, it'll probably take him a while to like get his internet connection back and all that stuff, but Yeah, I think we've had a good conversation. I don't know if we really want to wait for him to come back. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's up to you. I think we can. I think we'll probably end it here because I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
All right. Until next time, everyone. Thanks for listening.